Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to the front. In the last episode, we did a bunch of things, primarily fighting in Amsterdam, trying to hold back the Spanish horde, as well as scrambling to get as many troops as we can. We've got an army almost in position to cover the successful defense, though, to be fair, we're also in a pretty... We're in a bit of a dire straits, to say the least. The army here has... We've received limited amounts of reinforcements. So if we're lucky, the opposing force that's potentially going to be sent against us here will be mitigated. However, not exactly feeling 100% confident on that. Meanwhile, in the south, we did receive a pretty significant defeat at the hands of the Spanish. This army is basically going to be chilling back. This army, Gunther Lichtenberg was ambushed, resulting in his army being more or less devastated by the combat, which is not good. The good news, if there is any good news, is that we do now have a gunnery school and we can proceed to re-recruit some new troops, as well as some other things. We also had a bit of a devastating news that this area has completely buggered due to some unknown glitch. The capacity for anyone to move. So eventually we're going to have to dismantle this army, including one of our finest generals, Mr. Dessau, who's nearly 87. I'm still miffed about that, but nothing we can really do. But the important thing, amongst anything else, is we are now finally in a position where we might be able to start moving troops a little bit further to the west towards reinforcement land. At the moment, we're just kind of keeping the peace. There's a lot of territory here that are just kind of chilling, and at the moment we're just kind of we're just placating at the moment. Spain is very much on. Spain, I think, is on the defensive slash. I think Spain's on the defensive in the south for definites. Maybe slightly aggressive on that point. We are in the process of attempting to re-secure the Algiers territory. The territory up north with Amsterdam now under our control. Yeah, it's not looking too good. But I think we might as well just end the turn and just see what happens. So, yeah, we're still recovering. And we still got a lot of our forces not in position yet. But once we do, then we should be able to rather rapidly take care of things, though at the moment we're just going to have to see, and I had a feeling you were going to do that. What's worrying is you're going to use those dudes as reinforcements, and I'm not 100% confident we can do stuff. So the good news is we are being reinforced by militia, and we're being reinforced by these guys, and I think this is a good opportunity to do some serious damage. Because the opposing force over here, who has taken major casualties alongside cavalry infantry regiments here, this could be, if successful, a killing blow for the war in the north. But, yeah, could go to shit. Yes. So this could be, yeah, a bit of a prickly situation, to say the least. But there's nothing else we can really do apart from, well, see what happens. So let's turn the music off. Right. So the enemy are located here. So it doesn't look like we're going to have a big old. Okay, so this could be good, or it could be kind of really shit. I don't know. I mean, sadly, we don't have the luxury of having cannon, which, on the one hand, makes things a lot smoother, because all we have to do is just dunk. Yeah, literally, we could just be like that, and that'll effectively be our army, more or less set up. We don't have to worry about cannon, which is a novel experience, I won't lie, but I'm not feeling hugely popular or happy about such a decision, so there we go. Enemy has guns.
Are not good at defending a static line. Don't put cavalry in a defensive line unless you're expecting to charge them out. If so, have infantry ready to plug the gap they leave behind.
Right. So, good news. Our militia troops are going to be moving into position on the double. Who's left? And we've got an actual decent line of lancers as well. Right, you boys adjust and go for it. Militia, I'm going to have you boys move into position. Because at this point, I think we can possibly do a nice little schmeekity-schmoo. Oh, it's that new weird regiment, isn't it? Though they do have cannon. They've also got line cavalry. Their demi-cannons are all over the place, but if we're lucky... I'm going to have you boys take a defensive position here. Right, you boys get into position. I'll move you boys into position here as well. Cavalry will move into defensive position as well. See if we can get some stuff going. And the remaining reinforcements are over there. So we're in for a bit of a slugfest today. The only miracle, I would say, or not. Right, adjust heading. Nice. Run, 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 run. Good, good, good. Their formations are out of kilter. And these guys, they're going to start whacking into them. These guys are just going to keep shooting. I know the militias are going to take a shit kicking. But that's kind of the point of militias. Oh, that's beautiful. That is seriously beautiful. All those cavalry dudes getting whacked like that. Yes! They're shattered. Good. Right, cavalry, I'll move you to the flanks. They must be willing to withdraw now.
Dragoons are mounted infantry who ride to an area of the battlefield, then dismount to fight as infantry. However, they can also do a reasonable job fighting in a cavalry role. Use the dismount button in the lower right of the screen to toggle them between mounted and dismounted.
Right, cavalry move into position midsection. We can kill some of their generals. That might do some nice numbers on the enemy's morale. Right, we're flipping them off with that one. Cavalry regiment's getting absolutely obliterated. Cavalry... Casually pop into it, casually pop into it. Okay, let's change that again. Jesus Christ. Right, keep shooting, keep shooting. You guys are all taking shit kicking. Doesn't surprise me. But the main intention here is we've taken off 2 regiments of infantry with a very cheap militia. And more importantly, we were able to significantly distract 2 regiments that I could focus on sending these boys into. Right, so that's a pretty significant win for us. Normally I would be more inclined to try and kill these bastards in order to try and maximize casualty intake for the enemy, but I'm not so fussed about that side of things. Adjust heading. You guys come back, I'll appreciate it, but don't push yourself. Right, cavalry's going to march through the group. Go for it, go for it. Come on. Don't do damage, don't do damage, don't do damage. Right. Get those bloody guns. Sadly, their reinforcements are also coming up from that as well. That's just too tempting. I mean, reinforcements are coming through, so it's not like they're not coming through, but still. Beautiful, beautiful. Spanish forces are taking a hell of a hitting. If we can deny the enemy sufficient cannon... Yeah, that's fine. If we can deny the enemy sufficient cannon, then we'll basically equalize the battlefield. And then eventually turn around the battlefield. Oh, you magnificent bastards. Shmush. Yeah, Lancers, get the fuck over here as fast as you can. Seriously. There's just too many dudes. Oh, there's so many that are going to get away. So goddamn many. It would be so... It's such a waste. All that potential death and destruction. And they're going to get away. Like bloody... so many dudes are going to get away. It's gutting. The only thing I could... I mean, to be fair, again, I said it... I did say it earlier. It's like, it's not going to be about the killing here. It's about routing as many of the fuckers as we can. But, god damn it. Oh, that could have been a... No, to be fair, I think we did the important thing. We were able to annihilate a rather large portion of enemy forces. It's just, unfortunately, while I would personally have preferred to see a lot more of those fuckers go down, we'll get them. We'll get them. Don't worry. If it's not going to be here, then it's gonna be somewhere else. More importantly, though, we were able to annihilate... well, sadly, no generals killed, which is a bit irritating. nice. I mean, whatever dudes we can kill. Yeah, no, the Lancer Bosniaks are like the best fucking cavalry unit in this. So far, they have been the MVP in this campaign because, oh my god, the sheer amount of death and destruction that those bastards have inflicted upon any poor regiment that has a... Oh, mama. We got a target. Right, they're gone, but that's fine. You're down to 51. It's like they're just so quick at killing everyone. And because they're a shock lancer unit, they're really, really quick at killing people as well. So it's just complete and utter devastation. Right, those are the demi-cannons that are fleeing. So at least we've been able to inflict a higher amount of casualties. Sadly, not the devastating destruction that I was initializing, but, well, I was hoping. But then again, there we go. Much good. Much good. Yes. No, very good. Very nice. Right. Perfect. I think that's going to be good for this one. So that was a good, quick battle. That was like something we could definitely feel. And plus, because we intercepted them, hopefully that might mean we inflict a bit more casualties than they think they would. Okay, so they lost like, 4,000, so they got like 2,000 left. We suffered quite a fair amount of casualties ourselves. The militia regiments definitely took a pounding, not going to lie. But the important thing is we pushed them back away from the Netherlands, and more importantly, we were able to retain Amsterdam, which was the thing that I was genuinely quite worried about when we had that first battle. Because we need the reinforcements. we need the reinforcements. Ah, good. And, not so good. Alright, where's this rebellion? Yeah, that's just a, I don't care, you're dead. Dead. Right, let's quickly put the music back on for the time being, whilst we return back to that. I mean, they're pissed off, sure, but like... Subterfuge when counting... Oh, nice! Is that Samuel Stoyer... Is that a Samuel Stoyer... Yes! You know what? What's that trait again? What did he get? He's got a surgeon? You know what? That is a very useful trait. And he's only 29. Yeah, I think Samuel Stoyer is looking more and more like a motherfucker in terms of title. Seriously. The man is looking very much like a motherfucker in terms of title, and I'm very much liking that. So the important thing is reinforcements have in fact arrived, which is the useful thing. Question. I have 6-pounder horse artillery. Right. Now that we've got that, I'm going to cancel production on that, and I'm going to recruit some more cannon. I know I said I was going to... I know that I said recruiting 24-pounders would have been a bit bad, but it's fine. The other army, led by Mr. David Meyer, will take over. He's got a bunch of noobs, which, yes, it's okay. It's not great, but there you go. But more importantly, he can now at least come back into position, and you boys can come in and hop into the garrison. Yeah, so you got an army, and you've got a decent defensive position now, which I am very happy to see. 2 more turns until they're happy with that as well, which is all good. The army over here. Right, so that's the bridgehead over there. So if we can get some defenses set up in that bridgehead, that'll be great. But I don't think we quite have that there. Let me have a look, see. If you'd like to return... This navy needs to make its way back to port and fix up on its damage, because, yeah, it's a bit slapped. You make your way back to base. We've got some cannon... Well... Let's recruit some... Okay, question. How many 24-pounders do you actually have left? 1. Okay, so you only need 1 of them. That's fine. Sadly, we don't have the ability to recruit Bosnian Lancers, which I'm really gutted at, actually. I'm not going to lie. Wow, I only have a maximum of 10. Okay, so part of me wants to think... Okay, so this one's accurate. So, to be fair, when I used those missile cav in a proper way, I did find that they were pretty good. Your nation has launched a first-rate ship of the line, the first of its kind among your rivals. I'm sorry. We already had the first-rate ship of the line. Did they... Really? We didn't think at all like that was going to be a... Okay. I hadn't really thought the design of the ship. Right, so that's a 90 thing. This is 74. I think a couple of 90s. I'm just thinking in terms of... Oh, these are bloody maneuver. Right, Razi. Razi, you're a pretty decent one. How many guns do you have? 48. You know what? I'll recruit a couple of Razis. They can provide escort. At the moment, the Spanish are currently using their fleet in the Baltic to attempt to... Oh, wow, that's a pretty high-ranking admiral with a very low-quality fleet. And they're blocking in a rather big army of... I mean, not to be fair, there's not a huge amount of things. I would love to know why the Swedish army, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to not go here. Considering how weak Denmark is at this point, I don't understand why the Swedish aren't doing anything. But hey-ho, that's not very great logic for you, but that's fine. Right, what are you? You're one turn away from being happy. You're not going to be building anything. Persia is... I'm going to put the boarding house and the chapter school in, because I think those two are definitely going to be worthwhile investments. The church school over there is being built. The church school over there is being built. The people aren't too happy, mind you, but I fear that's just going to have to be what's going to have to be for a very long time. Going over to here, Baghdad, yeah, Mr. Christoph Hallgarten, Chad of a general. Is it? Yeah, is it Christoph motherfucking Hallgarten, or is it Dietrich motherfucker? To be fair, it's really... It sounds bad, but I've kind of forgotten. I kind of forgot who deserves the motherfucker title. So I guess it'll just be the last one standing, which, yes, is bad, I realize, but at the same time, it's like... I can't remember. I'm sorry. To be fair, we don't really need a dry dock up there. We can turn that into a fishery, because we don't need a military port in that location. Just saying, it's not that essential. We can turn it into a local fishery, maybe, or a trading hub. Just something a little bit more practical. Because we got the naval base over here, so that makes sense. We're going to move Christoph Hallgarten, though, out of this location and send him over to that. That could be a problem. It's fine. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll send the fleet... Once that they've been fixed over in port, I'll send the fleet to pick them up, and then we'll take them down either to here, or maybe, to be fair, we could push up to grab Calagri. Sadly, it's going to be a bitch to hold on to, though, because there is literally nothing except Spanish people there. And I think a priest might have to be sent as well. So, let me have a look-see. Anatolia is quite high on the religious side of things, but I don't think it's going to be improved very well on that one. So I think I'll send a priest. Yeah, I'll send a priest over to here, and depending on how fast it is to convert, like we've got other places that are being converted, so it's not like it's a major rush. We did lose a lot of priests recently, which sucked. And that's not down to me getting killed because of reasons. It's just unfortunately old age. One of them being the Chad who was keeping this place as Protestant as possible has unfortunately passed on, which was a real big shame. I'm going to pull back. Yeah, I'm going to pull back and set up defenses because there's a Spanish army over here, and I don't feel 100% confident that we are going to spot things. Also, my spy in the region is... Yeah, he's a bit of a while away. We have a priest, though. We have an additional priest who's going to be moving on his way there, so it's not like it's completely gone. But it's definitely not as improved as it could be. Question, how long till... Is it 2 more turns? Oh, damn. The important thing is the Berlin Magdeburg is currently being built. That's currently being built up. Is going to piss off the locals a bit more. But at the same time, it's also going to be quite important for... Yeah, keeping things... So at the moment, I'd say we're in a stalemate with the Spanish. They are in a strong position with their armies and their navy, but I am basically... It's mainly... I'd say this is a Japan 1942 scenario. They're in a... I should really try not to say the If I've been saying that up until now, I apologize. I'm trying to cut back on the ums and the ers. That's actually... I can't remember the specific title of that thing, but we, as humans, don't like to have quiet. So when we can't think of anything to say quickly, we will go, as then we proceed, because then whilst we're processing the things that we're wanting to say in our head before we say them out loud, we then make a noise to continue talking rather than just take a second, then move on, which is, of course, why I'm trying to get myself into the habit. So if I'm not focusing, I do apologize. That was on purpose. You actually really tell the difference. Right, I'm going to move you away. Almost did it again. No, I'm going to move you away, and I'm going to move... Because I don't believe we need an agent now in this region. Same goes for you. I don't believe we... To be fair, I think I might keep you here because we need someone to watch the border between us and the Mahara Confederacy. I do not believe that they will do anything. However, I am not 100% convinced that they will remain passive. Fix that up. Fix that up. Might actually start to earn a bit of a profit now. So, but no, as I was saying before, I believe this, at this moment, I would say it feels kind of like a 1942, 1941, I know, I'd say mid to late 1942 Pacific Theater in World War II. Why do I talk about it like this? Well, basically, how I mean is Spain at the moment has quite a lot of strength. It's got lots of armies, they've established themselves, they've dug in and they've launched an invasion, putting me on the back foot and to add extra historicalness to it, they did just ambush my army and destroy it rather nastily. I've currently got an invasion... You know, it is actually, the more I think about it, the more it works. I've currently got Amsterdam being held out against all odds by multiple Spanish armies, which I've only now just been able to reinforce. So now I'm in the process of pushing them out of Europe. And yeah, this is very much like World War II Japan. Oh, God. That's brilliant. I'm not going to lie, that was actually quite funny. Anyway. No, that's fine. You can stay there, to be fair. Yeah, no, you can stay there, because there's no real reason, so you just stay there. Otherwise, things... So, Britain wants an alliance, but every time I say I will give you an alliance, so long as you give me a threshing machine, conscription, whatever, I will even pay you that. Will you give me the threshing machine? It just says no. So it's like they still think they want... They still believe they have a sort of power. I'm surprised they didn't go for my school, because that would have been more detrimental. But it's not on me to decide. Right, so they've hit my mines, which, yes, that does hit me in the purse. But again, there's a school. Oh, they did hit my school. Okay, there we go. That's more... yeah. That is, in fact, rather detrimental. Oh, good lord, it's... Okay. I mean, if they're not going to be happy, I'm still going to make the bastards work. It's like, look, if you're going to rebel, then I might as well... Right, the good news is in Mesopotamia, we've got a College of Divinity... Oh, yes. Where's the port that is very badly damaged? Here we go. Again, I'm just thinking, what would be a strategic location? You're definitely not going to be a strategic location. I'm thinking... Here. Here is where the steam port's going to be. You are not going to be fixed. You are instead going to be demolished. You are going to become a local fishery. And when you become... Yeah, when you become sort of like that, then I'll be able to do that. Syria... I'm going to increase this. And the money from that, I'll increase towards that as well. Primarily because then we can increase the... obviously, as we all know, the more you can increase the amount of Christians in the area, the better life gets for the region in general. Right. Tunis has received more troops, which is important. This area is very much... This army is very much needing to get slapped. Good news is it's a full stack with no cannon. And while this army is admittedly a full stack with some cannon, it's got some level of infantry regiments. Oh, bollocks. You haven't got howitzers, but I can give you howitzers. Right. We're going to recruit 2 more howitzers. Transfer these 2 to this army. Right, that's going to be quite a significant update. Yeah, once the... Oh, yeah, motherfuckers. So, I was going to say, like, this. I was thinking the Spanish were doing a dumb, but then I realized, actually, no. Your Majesty, can you please not do that? I don't need you having abilities and perks that piss off the local people. Right, so let me have a look, see. So, colonial line infantry are almost non-existent. The ironic... Okay, so the only thing that makes these guys different is their melee attack. But to be honest with you, you don't recruit line infantry for their melee attack. You recruit line infantry because they're on lines and they shoot the living shit out of whoever. It's not even a question. So that's a bit of a daft thing. You are fixed, aren't you? Yes, fantastic. Right, I need you to sail to the far side to pick up this army and get ready to do the important stuff. So you shall be... I'll keep you outside the port, because as much as I'm sure nothing will happen, I'd rather not take the chance. I'm half tempted to move this dude as well. Like, bring the Christians to the far side. So, for example, the first Christian I would move over to here, because there's no... well, there is actually a building. So over here, you're fine. Over here, you're not fine. So Milan would probably be a place I would put a Christian, I would put a priest over, as well as obviously bringing the dudes. To be fair, I would probably be more likely to bring dudes back over to Morocco, try and redeem themselves a bit. But yeah, so let's see how let's go for that one. I believe what we should do is first of all fight this army off, because there is. I think that's. Oh, hello, you sneaky fuck. Right, you need to be careful, because obviously the enemy could make a push towards there. And I can't attack them, can I? No, I can't. Munster is being a bitch, because they are giving the enemy an opportunity to do some pretty nasty things. Right, Munster. May I request military access for a total of 5 turns? Oh, no. Request access for 5 turns. I will give you military access for 10 turns. I will also give you a coal blast furnace. Oh, you've already got national debt. Isn't that wonderful? And I will also pay you the grand sum of about £2,000 for 5 turns. There we go. Right, fucker. I think you know what's going to happen to your army. This is a rather unique scenario, which 2 armies are fighting over someone else's land. Right. And this army is actually made out of quite a lot of elite troops. So this army being on the flanks, I could see what the Spanish were trying to do, and that's why we've done this. To be fair, this is also a good opportunity for my commander to earn some my army to earn some much needed experience, because obviously going up against a massive horde of troops, yes, they're damaged, but getting the ability to shoot down some... Ah, of course. Right. Damn this wet weather... Yeah, damn this weather, sir. Wet powder makes misfires a certainty. And unfortunately, the battlefield does not look that favourable to us. At least, not with a cannon. Infantry-wise, I'm more confident with, but therein lies the issue. Like, we need to move the guns up in order to get to a decent place. I'm going to rob them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to pop up some dudes over to here. And the remaining dudes shall pop over to here. And things should be dandy. The heavy cavalry... Defensive. And this is his first... And this is this guy's first battle, so... This will be very intriguing. Right, we're going to move up as fast as we can, whilst also setting up a decent defensive. Hopefully, what this means is the enemy... Well, the Spanish should not be too... Okay, it's not the best of locations, but to be fair, if they're gathering up on that little sway there, then I shall just not disabuse them. Right. Oh, of course there's a fucking cliff in the way. Right. Probably around here-ish. Cavalry will move up. As well as the general. Normally I would tell my blokes to run for it, but at this point in time I'm not... Double time it. With the exception of the cavalry. I want you to remain relatively... I'll have you boys take up a defensive position in the forest. I mean, it doesn't help that in the middle of the rain period as well, which is not too nice. Yeah, these dudes are going to get exhausted, but hopefully the reason for that will become self-evident very soon. Once the guns get into position, we can give the enemy what for, but we just have to get into position first. Okay. Looks like these guys are going to get pummeled at first. I might shift the line out a bit then. Shift the line and into position. Okay, you boys are going to have a bit of a huffing, and I do not blame you 1 second. You're also quite in a shite position in terms of firepower. You know what? I might not. No. Actually, might be it. Might play it a bit safe. Just move into position. Wait for the fuckers to come along. Then I'll section off these dudes. Give them a chance to breathe. And then we'll move into a better point. Double time it. Okay. Double time it. You 3 sections. Double time it. Under heavy fire. You can definitely tell the difference between a day, a wet day, a rainy day shooting, as well as a withdraw a little bit. The hills are going to give the enemy the ability to shoot and fuck around with us, whereas we need to deploy semi-defensively / aggressively. Right, the important thing, and I'd say a big advantage, is now we've... general. Get into position. I want you to provide morale. Just heading. Guns unlimber. You two go to quicklime, cannon, just go absolute hell for leather. Infantry or cavalry make a move. The dragoon regiments, I'm not feeling. They've got rifles. They could shoot my dudes out of the horses, which is not good. The problem is, this area is really bad for countering cavalry. Like, I'd have to move my dudes up into this area. I think I might just have to do that in order to then... I'll keep these two guys on standby in order to protect them, but... Running for a slugfest, that's for sure. You know what? Guns. Ceasefire. Unlimber and get into defensive positions. Right, that's that cavalry regiment isolated. We need to move into a semi... Withdraw a bit. Right, left flank. Push up. Right, stop. Pop one round. Keep shooting, just keep shooting, just keep shooting, shooting. What do? We shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh, these motherfuckers. Three, 6, 4, 3, 4, 9. Right, the cavalry here have taken a bit of a pummeling, but they're not too bad. Artillery, regroup. Shit, the right flank's falling. Withdraw the general. Oh shit. Get that general. Get into position and hold the line as best as you can. I am sorry about the regiments that are getting decimated. At this point, they're just doing what they can to hold the line as best as they can. I mean, we're outnumbering the enemy, but the problem is the enemy have got decent quality troops, which is why they're lasting so much longer. And you can definitely feel the difference when the... Like, if it wasn't such a wet day for combat, this would be almost a case in... We would have won this battle with very little difficulty, but because of the sheer amount of inexperience of troops I've got, mixed in with the fact that there's a large amount of troops who... Like, I'm facing off against elite dudes here who just will not rout, they will not cry, they will not do anything that could potentially result them. And the fact that they've got a high-ish ranking general, which is what I'm trying to do to kill the wankers. Because they're broken, but they won't rout. There we go. So... Immediately, though, now that we've got that, that's going to be a big difference. Mr. Ambrosio Cabral, you were a bastard and deserves every level bit of shit that you get, but goddamn, you were a thorn in the side, and I can't help but tip my hat to you, sir. Right, General, go have some fun. Yeah, they're shattered. There's no way they want to come back. Yeah, no, we gotta try and get some of you dudes are gonna, you know, let's just kill them. I don't know if that means everyone's gonna die in that battlefield or whatever, but still. Okay, remaining dudes, 1549. We outnumbered them by quite a large amount. I will replenish what I can, but I don't think it's going to be long. Yeah, Munster, I've given the stuff around in training. Right, that's good. And confident general. Yes, this is a useful thing. You're a new general, which obviously is a problem. Well, not a problem. You're a new general, which means there's obviously a lot that you need to learn, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. This army here, I'm going to attack, see what happens. Save. Prussia rises. I mean, this one's quite a traditional slugfest, effectively. Wait, no reinforcements at all? Oh, okay. I'll absorb it. Right, we lost about, yeah, that much, but the enemy have lost far more. Just 100%. It is, yeah, it is 100% gone. It is ruins at this point. Right, 3 to morale in battles. That's pretty good. So we'll, yeah, so that's that dude's army in the distance, currently crushed with no real reinforcements, I hope. Right, let us go for this army to wrap up the day's actions. So let's get some revenge and get some kills. Right, so the enemy outnumber us by a small amount, though that's because we don't have. That's because we've got cannon. They don't. They also have a fair amount of experienced troops, but at the same time, they also don't have that much. Yeah, they just have no. Yeah, they haven't got any cannon, but they've got cavalry and a very potentially. Actually, no, locally recruited. That seems to be fine. They do have a general, and we're both equally. They're both equal. I think this is the first battle Eberhard Falkenstein. So I believe this is the first battle that he's ever going to take part in, which is fine. Oh, that's a pretty poignant one. It's too pure for a slave to breathe. And so everyone who breathes it becomes free. Look at that, 1772. Before the American Revolution took place. Oh boy. Right, so good news is that the battlefield is very small, which means we'll be able to immediately deploy and get something out. Bad news is they're right fucking next to us. So this is going to be a slugfest, but that at least means we don't have to fanny ass around with the deployment. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you boys are going to deploy as defensively as we can. Why aren't you being a why are you being a pain? Oh, it's because of the stupid hill. Right, okay. Boom. And the remaining dudes will defend to the right-hand flank. Well, I'll need you to set up to defend on the right-hand flank, but yeah. Boom. Right, okay. And Lancer Infantry, or Lancer Cavalry, will take a defensive position here. Go. Go, motherfuckers, go. Oh, beautiful kills. Beautiful fucking kills. Right. Lancers, everyone get ready. You boys set up defensively as best as you can. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god! Did you see that cannonball roll through the infantry? Oh my Gideon. These guys are getting mauled as well. Oh, this is going to be disgusting as well. Oh my god, this is just devastating. Right. You boys get into defensive position, make ready for slapping. You boys make ready for... Oh, hello, that's a... Right. Yeah, I see you boys coming that way. Right. Set up defensive positions along here, make ready for a slapping. Infantry or cavalry, make your way to the far right, see what you can do. Infantry, I'm going to narrow... Well, I'm going to increase... Like so. Opening up the gap that way, but then these lancers are going to come round and then start poking holes into the regiment. Enemy forces are setting themselves up accordingly, but we are also devastating a large portion of the colonial groups. You boys are getting ready for the flank on the left. That's a lot of fucking cavalry, though. If they all decided to charge that cavalry, we'd be fucked. They could easily, to be fair, it would be like the Ride of the Rohirrim. Right, there's their commander. This is an opportunity that I could take advantage of. And everyone except the cannon, obviously. Defensive only. Getting set up into that. Right, far side, move to the flanks. Just be there. Cause the bastards to question their line and then see what happens. Concentrate your fire on that side group, because that might be able to do some severe blows to them. That was devastating, though. Oh, just a little bit too soon. Almost. Not quite as effective. Though eventually we will start learning... Though eventually we will get the big old quicklime set up. Right, put the cavalry here. There we go. Ooh! Jesus Christ! What the hell happened? happened to you? Like, seriously, what just hit that? We just went from, like, 480 to, like, 309. Right, 380 to 309. Did we just finally get, like, an actual, you know, working a carcass shop there? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just casually charging. Right. Artillery. Feuer einstehen. Feuer frei. Just gonna start targeting anyone they want now. Primarily the guys in front, I guess. Guess they've never quite been able to hit anything on that line. Go for it. I'm just thinking if we can then condense and if we can condense this line down a bit and force them on the defensive already. Wait for it. Wait for it. Are you gonna do something about that? Yes. Double time it. I'm sorry, what? How? How the fuck do you lose that badly? Withdraw. Back up to the top. Right, 1, 2. Only 2 units of line infantry, yet these guys have shattered. What the fuck? Oh boy. Are you serious? One dude dies and you break. I realize you're a new army, but for fuck's sake. I mean, look, it's... That's fucking shameful. But, I mean, it was bad that my fucking cavalry decided to run away at the first innings, but I didn't realize this army was also doomed to have that. I'm not liking this at all. Come on. Come on, you cowards. Get the fuck back here. Really wish the route or anything. Yeah, no, that cavalry regiment, you fucked. I think this battle's lost. Try and get the fuck out of there. If you can. Actually, charge. Right. Fail. Oh, you suddenly decide to grow balls, do you? Oh, so do you as well, right? Okay. Get the fuck out of there. Do you want to encourage your other compatriots to perhaps do the same thing? Okay, they're routed, they're wavering, they're wavering. You guys are just withdrawing. Cavalry. Might want to... Right, they're routing, they've shattered. You unlimber, please. You two focus fire on that one group. You boys withdraw. Gun, do you want to take the piss? What in the God Emperor's name are you doing, you fucking retards? I mean, it's bad enough that... you know what? Fuck it. Withdraw. Withdraw. Get the fuck out. We've lost. You absolute shitting fucking monkeys. Just turn around and shoot. Look, I mean, it's bad enough that you arseholes are fucking routed at the first innings. Now you're giving me this bullshit of you can't actually manage yourselves properly. Oh, you suddenly decide to be competent at last. You boys, get out. Come on. Come on. You've got the general right in front of you. Get the fuck back as soon as you can. They're running like cowards. Right, the general has withdrawn. Shattered, shattered. Cowards, cowards. Well, no, those guys are fine. I told them to rout. We got reinforcements there, but I will withdraw. This battle's lost. Tighten up the line every few seconds. I want to maximize my firepower potential as soon as we can. If we can withdraw the cavalry, sorry, if we can withdraw the artillery, that'll be a victory in my eye. And then we'll back off and slowly but surely withdraw. But this battle's a loss in my eye. I mean, for fuck's sake, how bad does... Like, what, I realize that there are units out there that suffer, that run away at the first innings or whatever, but, like, these guys only suffered one casualty and they were fucking running for their lives. What the hell were they doing in training if it means that they can't get fucking... if they were going for the conscription tactics, I didn't realize that that would result in fucking... Right, good news is the cannon has withdrawn. My Lancer infantry ran away like chicken shits as well. Oh my god, you are a fucking disgrace. You barely take half bloody... Like, I've had regiments fucking run away as soon as they have. It's just a regiment of fucking grenadiers shooting at you. It's not even a fucking joke at this point. It's genuinely like, are you actually kidding me here? I mean, we're going to have to pull back at this point, but I'm just like, are you absolutely shitting me right now? Right, get ready to withdraw the remaining troops. Right, pull back a little bit. Right. I am really curious as to why my army suddenly can't handle being shot at. I mean, the only thing I can really take from this is that while the enemy are going to win this battle, we've decisively fucked them over. Like, we've killed a large portion of their troops, we've damaged their general. Didn't kill their general, to be honest. That would have been much, much better. They've broken. They've broken. What the fuck? They're... What? Why are they suddenly all routing? I mean, if they don't... Okay. Regroup. See what happens. I'd like to think the general being here would inspire them to stay longer, but I don't think we're going to be that lucky. What the fuck? Right, we're gonna see what happens. If any of these other regiments decide to rout, because they're routing, all that'll be left is just one, two, well, under strength regiments. We could claw a victory out of this. We could. I'm not saying we will, but we could. Yeah, they're cowards. They're running out the fucking field. Yeah, wait for it. Yeah, gone. Right, they're regrouping, which is not good for us. Nothing else we can really do or say to change this position, is it? But we'll go down fighting. I mean, the enemy... I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is definitely... I mean, I'm kind of expected the Spanish army to not rout, but... I mean, if we can claw a victory out of this, I'll be impressed, but... They do outnumber us by quite a large portion. The only thing I can hope for is that the enemy decide to decide to attack us with their numbers, and whilst they're attacking or moving up, we then get the first few rounds on them. Because a lot of these regiments are under strength, so the hope is if one of them starts caving, we've made their general rout as well. They're all concerned because of the casualties sustained. So if the enemy decides, hey, let's maybe start looking towards attacking their troops, who knows, might be able to get something out of this, but... Oh, they broke. Nice. If they break and continue to stay broken, then that kind of puts us almost at even odds. Almost. Oh, I'd laugh if you routed. I'm not gonna lie. If you routed... like, if those two just suddenly were like, ah! I mean, okay. They're broken. They're still running. I mean, some of them are wavering as well, but if they continue to run, that's a pretty big bonus as well. Like, okay, this is definitely something I'm not really anticipating, and if they leave the battlefield, I'll take it. They're very, very tired. I think we're all very tired at this point. I think my dudes are just barely keeping themselves together. Yep, that regiment almost got to the line. Come on, come on. Yes! Fantastic. Okay, that's good. That is seriously a major win. And they've also spread their troops out as well, which I like. So, we're going to see what we can do. Our troops are steady. They're not great. I'm not going to lie, I'm not feeling the 100% confident on this one, but I'm thinking if we could do something... I think if we approach from here, they'd have to come from here. But if we approach from here, they would have to... No, let's say let's go from here, and I mean, you never know the enemy. Because the thing is, if I can fuck up their formation by doing like this might give me a chance. If we can pull victory from the jaws of defeat here, while I'm not going to say that this battle is going to be a glorious victory and whatever, because the reason why we're in the place in the first place is because they were cowardly shits and a lot of them routed at the first innings. Downside of conscription, I suppose. But also, but it will be a nice little middle finger victory against the Spanish, because they will be the ones having to withdraw, not us. They will be the ones suffering additional casualties as a result of failing, not us. And it'll be quite a nice milestone. This will definitely, and to be fair, this might earn the guys. I don't blame the general whatsoever. Like the general, you gotta feel. I feel for him, to be honest with you. I honestly feel for him. But yeah, this is fucking up their formation. And they're all over the place. They can't get into a line. Like, they're trying to form up into a line, and I'm like, oh, no, you don't. Right, march into a decent formation. And these guys are running around like headless chickens, whilst I'm just marching towards them. Perfect. This is going to be wondrous. Oh, nice. I didn't realize, but I actually did a perfect line turn as well. Right, are they coming up against us? They're defensive as well. They have they hold the advantage. Whoever gets the first volley off is the one who's going to get the win. These guys are exhausted. Exhausted, very tired. They might not take much of a hit. Oh. They're adjusting their formation a bit. Maybe it might be enough. Whilst they're running around like a headless chicken, I might be able to pop a few shots off against their regiments over there. One regiment being put into position like that. Come on. Really? Fine. Pop shots, pop shots. Come on. That's what we'd like to see. Nothing but shooting. And I'm popping shots against them. They can't hit shots against me. And for some reason, the game still treats it as them shooting at them, so I do not care. If they're slightly out of range, they're slightly out of range. But what I like to see... Encouraged on high ground, high ground. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up and then go around the other flank. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Double time it. Now you're in range. And you're not shooting. Even better. Or, though the troops that can are now stuck, and they're taking absolute shit kicking whilst they have to reform their formation every time they want to form that box of theirs. And they're broken. That's brilliant. Right, withdraw. Right, they've broken. That's fantastic. Now that those guys are exhausted and they're on high ground, it's like, right, now let's do the cheeky. Because now we get to do some funky stuff. I'm probably going to see if, to be fair, it would be brilliant if those guys would rout as well. But I don't think they will. Oh, come on. That's it. Stay. You're doing really good, guys. Seriously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we outnumber them by regiments now. So there's more regiments on our side than theirs. Oh, come on. Don't you dare. Come on. Stay off. Come on. You're so close to the end. You might as well run away from the battlefield. Right. So now let's withdraw and shift position again. This time withdraw without getting caught on the sidelines. That's fine. The enemy is more than happy to proceed. But now, yes, perfect. Okay, so now the enemy are definitely... And they're running all over the place trying to get themselves sorted. And I'm like, let's take advantage of this position, shall we? But more importantly, they're running around like headless chickens whilst I am only winded. Sure, some of them are very tired, and I'm not going to lie. This is definitely a battle of the sorts. This is definitely a new type. No, it's a bit too late for that, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if we double time it and rushed. Okay, risky move, but this works. We might just win the day. We can catch the fuckers whilst they're trying to form up. Right, they've countered. That's fine. That's fine. It's whoever gets the first few rocks. Yes. Shots off. Then it means we can relax a bit. Move the cavalry up into position. Infantry. Take your time. They really don't want to commit, do they? I'm like, on the one hand, I'm just like, God damn, they're just forcing me to put... Like, the thing is, I'd normally move into position and start, they would, as I split their troops up. Double time it. Move you boys into position. Double time it. Come on. We got the fuckers. Double time it. Fire. Free shots. Why aren't you shooting? Fine. Your regiment, you're meant to take casualties. You guys are doing absolutely fantastic, though. I know the blocks are not good, but this is working at the moment. We got them. We might have them. That's one gone. Right, they're trying to relocate and get better advantage on that, but we're shooting the shit out of them. They're gone. They got to be wavering at some point. Now they're trying a desperate last-ditch effort. Run, you stupid bastards. Really? You ran from them. Double time it. Come on. It's just a bunch of colonial infantry charging at you. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Come on. Oh, they're routed, good. Is there a reason why you're not shooting? Nice for coming back. Right, they're shattered. They're... Okay, you boys adjust formation. Withdraw. No, actually, no. Counter, counter. Move up, move up. Get into position, get into position. You boys are doing fantastic. I'm not entirely sure if this will work, but I just like to trial it. Just get into the wall. Just get to the wall and double time it. Perfect. They've routed. Why aren't you shooting? Come on, come on, come on. Right, get over the wall, start popping shots. Right, they've shattered. Now, move to the left flank, finish them off. That's it, we've done it. Oh my god! I don't know how in the God Emperor's name this happened, but yeah. Heroic victory. Jesus Christ. That was stupid. I can't really sugarcoat it in any other way except that was stupid. So we won, and while we were outnumbered by a rather large amount of troops, we suffered ridiculous levels of damage. But not as much as they did. And more importantly, they are now having to withdraw, which ironically has just given them a better position. But to be fair, the army is much weaker than it used to be, and there is a larger garrison of militia there, so... But yeah, that is... There's a basic understanding. Yeah, he knows how to not fuck up, but Jesus Christ, that was bad. Okay. Yeah, no, that was bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was bad. I can't understand why that happened. But hey, we've actually gone over our battle time, well, our time for the episode by quite a significant amount. So I will catch up with you guys in the next one, whereupon we'll hopefully be able to have less of a armies that decide to withdraw at the first innings and more on armies that are actually somewhat competent. So I will see you guys in the next episode, whereupon we will do such a thing. So I'll see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out. Have a good one, guys.